Yeah, I mean, he's been an impressive kid ever since I've been here. I'm really impressed with the way he's gone about his business. It's like dealing with a pro. And so, when you show up to work every day, you better be prepared and you better give him a good plan. And so, he's out here working to get better every day, just like everybody else.
Do you spend much time looking at what he did last year, or is it a clean slate for just him and all those guys?
Yeah, we study everything. Ever since every snap these guys have been on the field, we study it.
Ryan, what's the biggest thing JT needs to improve at? I know it's very early for you guys working together, but what's one thing you think that he really needs to improve on the most?
I wouldn't say it's one thing. I know that he's working hard, with his footwork and working on, throwing the ball in the pocket. He's excellent in play action pass. And so, it's really just building on what he's done so far, his career here.
What are you most impressed?
Coach Wilson saw him at Indiana. You sort of had that fresh slate that Austin talked about. What are the advantages and disadvantages of that?
Well, I think obviously the advantages are that when I got here, he's got 3 years under his belt, and that's a lot in college football to have a guy who's got that many snaps under his belt, played at the highest level, played in championship games, and that's really, really important experience at this level for him. And so he's like a grown man. He's like a professional who show up every day. And the one thing that I think he appreciates with me is that it is a clean slate, and so that every day he's trying to prove to me, and I'm trying to prove to him, the worth to each other.
Brian, what's one thing you've already changed or like worked on with JT, maybe to shore some things up?
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly working on his footwork. We're constantly working on getting the ball out. And you can see some of the drills that we've been doing here today. That's a big emphasis, and he's been doing a good job with that the first 3 days.
How much has the deep ball been of an emphasis from Coach Meyer with Coach Wilson as well?
Yeah, it's certainly every year it is, but we're emphasizing it, just as much as anybody else. But obviously, when you complete the deep ball, it changes everything. And it's not just the quarterback, it's not just the receiver, it's everybody involved in it. But when you can be explosive in the pass game, that makes a huge difference.
Ryan, when you looked at JT's film from last year, did you see any hesitation or lack of confidence on film at all?
No, I didn't. And he again from when he's got here, from when I got here until now, I can see the best thing he does is play the game. You can see even today's practice, we get out there and we started playing it. Then he's moving the team up and down the field, and at the end of the day, that's what's most important as a quarterback: is leading 10 other guys on the field, and then moving the team down to score points.
You said he values your NFL experience. What do you see in him as far as what he needs to do to get NFL ready?
Yeah,
I know that's long-term thinking, but he's already talking about it.
Sure. I think that I was lucky enough to coach those guys for the last couple of years in the NFL and just really focus on quarterback play and fundamentals. And so really imparting that to him every day and just kind of relaying some of that information to him. I think he appreciates that. But he's also been coached at a high level to this point too. So it's just really building upon it from this
Ryan,
point.
you just mentioned your experience in the NFL. I know you've been here a limited time and haven't been here in the season yet, but based on the way things are structured in the NFL, the way practices are structured, off time with players, how closely do you feel Ohio State runs their program to an NFL franchise running their team?
Real close. Well, first off, because the guys who run around the field are like NFL players. From the skill guys to the guys up front. I mean, the guys here have done an unbelievable job recruiting. And so the talent level here is just like a lot of the NFL teams. And that's what's most impressive when you get out here for the first 3 days. The one thing that's different is that it gets on you a lot faster. In the NFL, you have OTAs, which are a lot later on in the year, and you have more time. Here, once you get done with recruiting, spring ball's on you fast. And so you have to get ready, you have to get the meetings going, and you have to get the installs and offense in at a really fast.
When it comes to scheduling, I know obviously they've got class and certain things, but where do you think the biggest differences are from the pro level to the amateur level in terms of scheduling and how things are actually done from a day-to-day basis?
They're a lot alike. I guess at the end of the day, though, they have class and they go to college, so they also have that part of it. And so, you don't get as much time.
Zach and Tom Herman were both very involved in the offense here as well as coaching the quarterbacks. Was that an attractive part of this job to you, or would you prefer to focus on just working with the signal callers?
No, that was a big part of it. And Kevin and I have had a great relationship since we've been here, and that's a big part of it. And I'm really excited about that part of it.
Where did the hookup come from, you and Urban Meyer? I mean, obviously you were GA with him way back in 2005.
Yeah.
When did he approach you about this, and how quickly, I guess, did you jump at it?
So in 2005, I was in Florida, and the connection was Dan Mullen, who grew up in the same hometown that I did. And so we always stayed friendly and stayed in communication. And then, Coach called me, and I would have walked here. It's a great place to be, and really lucky to be here.
Is your pecking order pretty